another edition of the Chin Check series. And today's episode, we are going to talk about the chin of Mike Tyson, the legend, one of the hardest punchers in the heavyweight division of all time, one of the hardest punchers, one of the youngest heavyweight champions. I think he's one of the most well-known heavyweights, man. You know, he's an icon. I love Mike Tyson, man. He's at the top of my list, top 5 of retired boxers, my favorites. And he's from Brooklyn, so I gotta give him a little extra love. You know what I mean? But Mike Tyson, the chin of Mike Tyson, man. Let's talk real quick about his chin, man. Mike Tyson's last fight was in 2005. It was Kevin McBride. He lost that fight. As Mike Tyson got closer to the end of his career, he wasn't the same guy. He was a shell of himself. From the 80s and the 90s that he wasn't the same Tyson that we love, man. I had told a story one time, man, on this channel. I got the video. Got to probably skim through my channel and find it. It was about Mike Tyson. The most devastating thing I ever saw when I was a kid was watching Mike Tyson get knocked out, by Buster Douglas, man. That shit bothered me. I cried like a fucking baby. And a lot of people, man, Mike Tyson, he was like we looked up to him, But his chin, does Mike Tyson have a chin? Well, let's talk real quick. You've seen him. I've only seen Mike Tyson physically hurt against, I think, once. When I mean hurt, meaning like he was stumbling. That was when Evander Holyfield knocked him out. He had some issues with Francis Bolta. That was because he was coming off of a layoff, but he ended up knocking him out in the 5th round. Francis Bolta was giving him some issues a little bit because of like I said, he had ring rust. But Francis Bolta, all he had all night was that 1-2. But Mike Tyson ultimately found a hole and hit him with a good shot and knocked him out. Lennox Lewis knocked him out. He knocked him out, but it's not like you've seen him take one shot and he just out of there. He's all over the place. Mike Tyson is able to take a number of shots before he gets put down, man. When he first got knocked out by James Buster Douglas, I mean, he knocked him down earlier in the fight, but when Mike Tyson got knocked out by Buster Douglas, man, it was a cumulative punches that were just coming at him, and his guard wasn't up, and he wasn't all the way there already, so he got out of there, he knocked him out. Just because somebody get knocked out doesn't mean they don't have a chin. That's another thing I meant to talk about. You can have a chin and still get knocked out. I mean, Manny Pacquiao, that's one example. He has a good chin, and he got knocked out. Doesn't mean, you don't have a chin because you got knocked out. Because people that don't have chins, some of them manage to evade getting knocked out, but I would have to say Mike Tyson's chin is world class, man. I would have to give him an A on his chin. Simple fact, all of the dudes that knocked him out, it never was like, okay, they hit him and his chin just shattered into glass or something like that. He always maintained he still had a chin. He got a solid noggin. He's one of them dudes. If you're gonna knock Mike Tyson out, you gotta hit him with a few shots, like Evander Holyfield did. That's how you get him out of there. And even then, he can take a shot. He's not gonna just fall and crumble. He could take a few shots before he does finally go down. And he took shots from big dudes, from heavy hitters like Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield. Even though they got him out of there, it wasn't an easy task for him, So I gotta always give my respect to Mike Tyson. World class chin. But yeah, he definitely gets an A in the chin department. Even now, at his age, I say he still got a solid chin. If he was to get in the ring one of these heavyweights now. I'm not sure how he do. He probably would get knocked out, but not all of them. I think he can knock out some of these heavyweights too, even at this age. He's his movement. He still got a little bit of his movement. His powers, power is always the last thing to go. But that's my take on the chin of Mike Tyson, man. He has faced some pretty decent punchers, man. Holyfield, Lewis, Razor Ruddock. He faced some good dudes, some heavy hitters, and took their shots. Man. But let me know what you think about Iron. That's why I call him Iron. Iron Mike Tyson's chin. What do you give his chin? From a rating A being excellent, B being decent, F poor. It's your boy Rebel Life Boxing. I'm gonna catch y'all definitely on the next one, and I'm off this.